G'day, and welcome to another Hey Baby YouTube gaming video. And today we're going to be going over, the 1316, 1875, 1981, and 1718 KVK. And, for those who haven't seen or are unaware of all the drama around it and why this fair matchmaking that's even that Lilith actually cooked, that doesn't happen often, is just turned to nothing really. But, we'll go around all that, what happened, what is going to happen, and what are the allies or fighting situation here. So our season does open in 48 minutes here, so we'll go over all the drama and everything. So this is the message that Baby Shark from 1316, which is their king or the leader of Diplo. I'm just going to go over this. So they said, first of all, it's a pleasure to be matched up together this season. Looking at the matchup, all kingdoms here are experienced, competitive kingdoms, and we believe this KVK will be an interesting one. So it would have been an interesting one if these guys didn't decide to farm. Well, from the side of 1316, we would like to share our current situation during the diplomacy stage. Over the past months, we have gone through some international movement as a few of our top well players are putting their accounts for sale, and many of our mid-tier players are currently short of speed-ups after the last intense KVKs. Because of this, our leadership has decided that this season will be treated as a recovery KVK for us. So I think this is just a joke, to be honest. They're one of the top kingdoms in the game, 2.6 trillion kill points or around that mark, which we can have a look at later. And they're doing a recovery KVK as an Imperium kingdom. I know if it happens on accident and everyone agrees to, the matchmaking is that awful that everyone just cannot fight, otherwise it's just too unfair. But this matchmaking is really, really good, and they're starting to farm. So I just don't understand why, they register this pop and ruin the KVK for three other really, really good kingdoms or camps, because there's three other kingdoms in that camp as well. But they basically ruined the KVK for, 12 other kingdoms, essentially, which is just really, really slack. And, why would they register if they're not ready? Which, we can go over that later, but that's just my opinion there. After this KVK, we do not intend to participate in any war. Our main focus is to rebuild our player and stabilize our kingdom. We will remain in Zone 5 and Zone 6. I think that's just silly. Why don't you just stay in off-season until you're ready? And, I don't know, I just simply don't understand. I think they want to register. They registered this zone or this pop to avoid 2489 and 1093, as they simply really, really don't want to fight them because they would rather stuff up our KVK than than have to fight the two best kingdoms in the game. Which, I get it, but it's just really, really annoying for everyone else. With that said, EarthCamp hope that fire, water, and wind can allow us a relatively quiet space this season, while we remain neutral and do not interfere with the overall map balance. That just doesn't make sense. Overall map balance, this ruins the map balance. By them pulling out, the map is no longer balanced. So, from what I'm guessing, we're going to cut them out as much as possible and just, I don't know, just try and ruin their farm KVK. I don't know. That's what I would like to do, because they've just ruined the KVK for so many other kingdoms. But we'll see. We respect the strength of every kingdom here and look forward to maintaining a good relationship throughout this KVK. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I do not know about that one. Ruining the KVK for so many other people. So, yeah. So how many kingdoms have they ruined it for? 4, 8, 12, 15 other kingdoms they have ruined the KVK for. Because a 2.4 trillion kill point alliance needs a recovery KVK, an Imperium kingdom, which is just a joke. So to look at this matchmaking, you can see how fair this is. As an Imperium, matchmaking, this is extremely, extremely even. Where, 3.3 trillion kill points, 3.65 trillion, 3.8 to 3.45. So straight off the bat, this is very even. Where you can either do diagonal, which is not really going to happen, or just a top versus bottom, which probably what would have happened. And this would have been an amazing even KVK for everyone to enjoy, But unfortunately it's not. So, they have really good campmates here with 3176 with almost 800 billion kill points. And then 1981 also has 1564 with 560 billion. But, you know, it's not going to be good for any kingdoms really as farm KVK, because, you know, we all want to fight, because 1981, 1875, I'm not sure about 1718, we've been not farming, but we've been in recovery for, what's that, maybe 2 months, 2.5 months now, because we went all out against 1365 and so did 1981 and whatever else. But, you know, so this is matchmaking. It would have been really, really fair, but unfortunately it's not. And this is what Abu Hind said last night at 4 AM for me. It says, "Hi everyone, here are the news about the Diplo. 1316 decided not to fight this KVK. This messes up the KVK for us all," which is correct. "All the other camps do not want to fight this KVK. So we all gathered together to talk and to try and find a solution." So that's really good. So hopefully, as you'll see here, that, you know, instead of being farm KVK and we just do jackal and just chill out, I guess, we're going to fight, which I guess is good considering the situation. So the solution is that currently going to a 1 versus 1 versus 1 with certain rules that will be explained later when all the agreements will be done. And that is fair for the 3 camps, so that's really good. So if they get even rules and they do sort of a free-for-all KVK at the end, so that would be really nice. So the current system will be that we only fight in Kingsland, but this Kingsland is going to be against 2 other camps, water and fire. If you look closer at them, you can see that they have pretty good fighters. 1718 and 1981 are Imperium kingdoms with 20 billion power alliances, so we need everyone ready for the big fights in Kingsland. Lost Kingdom map will open at reset. Pre-KVK will start at that time too. We have Marauders in the Lost Kingdom. 1875 forever. So what that means is we'll basically, everyone I'm guessing will have one of these free zones here, where they'll get the sanctuaries or altars for the extra buffs and all the circles and everything. We may or may not have altar fires. I'm not quite sure about that yet. But everyone's going to go all out in Kingsland. So still going to invest in tech. Still going to, you know, go crazy, hopefully. And everyone's been saying they're expecting maybe around a 4-day Kingsland, hopefully. That would be good for fighting, kill point wise. But, you know, we'll have to see. So it'll be us 3 fighting out in Kingsland. So we might, both of us might end up cutting off Earth first, and then I'm not sure what we'll do. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, it's going to be fun. But from what I'm guessing, because we're the strongest camp here, I'm guessing they'll probably end up targeting us first, and then going to fight each other. But, you know, we'll see if they make rules to stop that or prevent that, I guess. But at least we'll get some fighting out of this KVK. So not heaps of fighting, but we get somewhat amount of fighting. But we'll have to see. So I appreciate you guys for watching. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to drop into my live stream. That's going to be later today, or just drop it in the chat there. So remember to like and subscribe, guys. And, you know, have a good day, guys. See you later.